Welcome back to Another Fans Podcast, one of the best upcoming podcasts on the planet. Episode 101, right?
Yo, this episode 101, and it's a special 101 because y'all motherfuckers about to get a 101. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yo, we got a special guest today. My man gonna introduce himself. You feel me? Place it over. You mean?
Yo, what's going on? Peace, everybody. My name is Hussein Abdullah, also known as Mathman H. Y'all gonna find out why in a minute.
Yo, we back with another episode 101. To my left, I got my brother Ant. On my other left, I got my brody Audi, or as he wants to be called now, Big Audi. Apparently, I mean, I don't know, but yo, very special guest right here. Let's get it in.
He about to put us on game and shit. After this episode, y'all gonna definitely have to put the big before my name.
Listen. At the end, I'm gonna hit you with the gem joint. Like, okay, drop a gem. You mean just so that you mean we can have that. You feel me? But listen, we're gonna let him talk his shit. We just want to let him, talk about how he got here and introduce himself, talk about himself a little bit. You mean?
All right, no doubt. So we got here through mutual friend, I want to say.
A mutual friend, my bro, man. Shout out to my brother Ricky, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so just good energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Is how we actually got here to the podcast.
Yo, it's our first day meeting in person, and I'm telling you, like, I don't know, I'm a good person of judge of character, and this guy is a good guy right here, man. It's a good individual, and I appreciate him coming through for sure.
Yeah, likewise. And also shout out to Saint Luxury too. That's my man Rick. Support the brands.
Shout out Rick, you know?
Yeah, Ricky. Papa Rosario. So anyway, I'm here because I basically give people game on how to invest in real estate. The company's Hahomes. And I've been doing real estate damn near 20 years. So I'm kind of giving my age, you know what I'm saying? I started early though. I bought my first property with credit cards when I was like 22 back in Brooklyn. Everything snowballed, and then we'll get into some of the little details, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give y'all game and dismiss a lot of the nonsense like we was just talking about. A lot of the internet gurus and all that. We're gonna get into all that.
But yo, tell us about you said you were a teacher, math teacher?
Yeah, in New York
Tell
City.
us about that. Yeah, how
years.
you become from a 9 to 5 to this different lifestyle in real estate, you feel me? Just because I know it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
My fault. What college did you go to?
Oh, I went to, you know what? That's a dope question, especially right now with what's going on with the give backs and all that.
Yeah.
I went to Brooklyn College, which is a prestigious 4-year university, but it's also a local school.
Right.
At the time, tuition was only $2,000 a semester. I think even right now, don't let me hold you, I think it's like $3,500 a semester. That's like free. Compared to whatever. So I went to Brooklyn College. I got another degree at Brooklyn College, and then I got another degree for administration to become a principal, all that, from the College of St. Rose in Albany.
Damn, that's what's up, bro.
And the city paid for basically most of it.
Damn, that's fire. Because I'm in debt. No bullshit, though. But yo, Joe, that 20 stacks, take that off, my guy. You mean? But go ahead. What
was the question one more time, bro?
I'm sorry. From math teacher to real estate investor.
Right. So I got into math, or rather I got into education. I always got money. Mm-hmm. Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Like on a certain level. So like as a little kid, I would like trade cards and sell my doubles. I always was getting my own money.
What kind of cards? Pokemon?
Like nah, bro. You 26.
I'm thinking Pokemon.
That's my daughter's age. Nah. That's like, we're talking like tops, Marvel back in days.
Oh,
1993, 1988, 1990.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Marvel,
yeah,
Marvel
like back
cards.
in it, yeah, Marvel back in it, yeah.
you know, I don't know if you watched the Avengers, but it was like that guy that he had them cards, the agent.
Oh, you talking about the agent from like Nick
Shield?
Fury and them?
He showed them a couple cards like those
with the powers and all that.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
Marvel cards. Yeah, like
I didn't
like
even know that was a real
Wolverine strength,
thing.
Wolverine agility.
That's dope.
So like I used to collect those because I used to like collect comic books.
that's some OG shit right
yeah,
there.
bro. This is you know what I'm saying? But it's all right.
And he's only 30. Fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah. I'm 30-12. But nah. So basically, long story short, so I was always kind of like getting money. I always like to try to find ways to get money.
Yeah,
and
hustle.
I never sold drugs too. That's not that if you do or don't, we're not But I personally never did.
Want to state the fact, you feel me?
And the reason why I never did that, I'm gonna give you 2 reasons, and this is why it's important for all you dudes out there. Like, I really ain't grow up with my pops. My brother, he's a big influence in the book. He's 6 years my senior. Not that he sold drugs. I'm not trying to do that either. What I'm saying is, but my brother was really like more on the street. My uncles, everybody went to jail. Everybody. My brother never let me around. None of that. Nothing. Really nothing.
Yeah.
Even like to the point like when dudes started smoking, it was like, yo, if you smoke around my brother, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Niggas couldn't even smoke. They didn't even want to hang out because they couldn't do nothing around me.
Facts.
So they kept me out of all of that. So that's 1. 2, you know what I'm saying? But my brother
real
was
shit, though.
like my brother made the paper. Like, my brother's thorough. You know what I'm saying? All my family's like that. Anyway, so but I looked up to him, and he would never smoke around me. He would never drink around me. So I never wanted to do that. I thought it was corny because he put that in my head.
Right.
So boom. So I never did that. And then also everybody I knew that was hustling was selling to each other, and they were all broke.
That's how you fuck the money up. You know what I mean?
Right? It was like, yo,
You still see that nowadays,
right,
bro.
yeah,
Now.
I'm gonna smoke with you though.
Niggas
Like,
getting high on their own supply.
Yeah, they just sold you, but and then they gonna smoke with you for free, and then y'all or sneaker money. And I was getting money like that doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I never really was like that in the street, but I knew how to hustle again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always good at math. Boom, 18, kind of start get like a little bit of trouble with other street, little fights here and there, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My mom sent me away on some Will Smith shit. I never been nowhere. This in the book too though. But like I never been nowhere. So I graduate, like legit graduate, no GED, the first one to graduate. Cause she didn't let me go to school. I was supposed to go to Lincoln High, Backstreet Telfair, Steph Marbury, all that.
Mm-hmm.
She did not let me go to my neighborhood school.
Yeah.
She made me go to like a little school boom.
The good school.
Right. Cause I was nice
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Boom, no team, no nothing like that. Nothing fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was on Brooklyn College. So now I got the pipeline to go.
Straight up.
So now it's like, all right, you see what it is. Boom, 18 comes, she sent me away. One-way ticket. So I thought I got a reward. And she was like, yeah, you going on the trip. I was like, on a trip? I never been nowhere. I didn't know you needed 2 tickets. So I got to Minneapolis, and I thought it was dope because people had houses, cars.
Minneapolis. I never.
Yeah, I was in North Minneapolis. Google Penshaw. They shoot cops broad day in Minneapolis, North Minneapolis.
What the fuck?
That shit don't come out on the news though.
I was gonna
would
say
never
that.
hear
I don't
that
even
over
hear
here.
that.
I've never heard that.
Yo, my
Like,
first night, like Minneapolis looked like Boys in the Hood. Like that's what the neighborhoods look like them type of little houses.
It's crazy, bro, because you will never know that until somebody from that was there see that shit. Because to me, like, I'm in Philly, like this shit. I'm already in the hottest spot I could be. You feel me?
you think of Mighty Ducks when you think.
Yeah, it's hoods everywhere. It's hoods
For sure,
everywhere.
definitely.
Yeah, no,
You know
definitely
what I'm
hoods
saying?
everywhere.
So
Yeah.
I'll explain it to you like this. I know I'm telling the long version, but we're gonna
you
get all
good.
out the way. So like you know how like you got like New York, New Jersey, Philly.
yeah.
It's like Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis. Dudes catch bodies in Chicago, they run to Minneapolis. Dudes get into trouble in Philly, they try to go to
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So it's popping.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because dudes from Minnesota, but it's wild.
Detroit and Chicago. Look at
Yeah, and then you got Milwaukee right there. So it gets popping in Minneapolis.
Facts.
Anyway, my first night I get there, I'm sleeping on the couch, the window's right there. I'm like, yo, I've never heard this in my own neighborhood. Is this a drive-by? There ain't no drive-bys in Brooklyn. I live on the 4th floor. There's no drive-by. You might get shot, but there's no drive-by. Who you
Yeah.
shooting? Right? That's my first name. My mom don't watch this podcast. My first night, that's what I experienced. So boom, boom, boom. Long story short, I ended up working Fortune 500. I worked for AT&T corporate.
Oh,
I
shit,
was
word.
making, and I'm sorry, I was making more money. My mom was a teacher. I was making more money than my mother at 18 in the Midwest.
Word.
That's what all that money you see the pictures with the wild money. Rent was $600. I'm taking home over $1,000 a week. Then, and I still got the.
So that's paper.
I had
and that's a different time. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you're talking about 2000.
So what? All right, keep on.
I'm gonna wrap it up right now. I just promise.
No, you good.
Because I gotta explain all this stuff. Because
No,
he's lying.
listen.
About the,
But also,
too much
after
money.
you done, make sure you
Alright.
introduce that, John.
So then what happens is, I'm out there. It's cold. It snows 7, 8, 9 months out the year.
Yeah.
Minus 60. So cold you throw ice, like you throw coffee in the air before it hits the floor. It's ice. Google that, the Minnesota Snow Coffee Challenge.
I've seen that before.
That happens.
Coffee challenge.
Yeah. So then,
never-
boom. Yo, it's crazy. You,
I seen boiling hot water. They throw it in the air and shit.
yeah, and it turns to ice.
What the fuck?
That's Minnesota. That happens.
I thought that was the Arctic, nigga. I thought that was
Minnesota's Arctic. I was in minus 60 degree weather. But anyway, 3 years, I'm out there and I'm making money. And this, you poor, so you think making money is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm buying Coogee sweaters for lunch.
Yo.
I flew to New York to buy a Jesus piece. But like I have such a small mentality because I've never been nowhere.
Yeah.
So that's why the first chapter, I think Jordans and the gold chain is living it up. So after you have all the sneakers you can have, after you have all the jewelry you can want.
What else is there?
And I'm around nothing but 40-year-olds. And they all buying houses and boats and shit. And I'm like,
shit.
hey, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm doing a dead-end job.
Not the Coogee. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 25. I'm on the Coogee now. Them shits is hot. I ain't gonna hold you. I always thought they was hot.
I still got Wild, Low, and Coogee. My collection, I still got Wild.
Sturdy collection.
I feel like I was born a little too
in the wrong era.
Yeah, like the wrong era type shit.
Nah, you're old soul.
A little bit.
You're old soul.
Yeah.
So boom. So anyway, I get bored out there. It gets cold. Whatever. Da, da, da. I say, yo, I'm gonna go back home. So I come back home with all my money. Don't need a job. I'm gonna go to school because this job ain't it. It's not fulfilling. Mm-hmm. And there's also a chapter in there where I talk about what actually happened. I'm not trying to get the whole book away.
Facts.
Boom. So I come back home, start trying to invest in real estate. Long story short, I learned about credit and everything working for AT&T. Come back home, and then I start my real estate journey. I know that was a long answer, but that's how I got back into education. My mom was a teacher. She was like, yo, if you work for the city, they'll pay for the school, So that's like
shit.
my whole life up to 21.
Yeah, makes sense. Damn. But yo, give us a look. Brought us some gifts. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, everybody got a book.
You mean?
Yeah, we appreciate
the book is
that
called
for sure.
Fear. Make sure y'all tap in, tune in, all that. We're gonna make sure y'all get all his socials and everything else at the end of this.
Where's the book available at? Where can I get it at?
The best place, and this is a gem. Yo, this might be the gem for the day. You wanna start off
sure?
like that? Well, how it goes.
You got a gem for us?
Yeah, here goes today's gem, because it's perfect. And we're going to post this shit. So here goes the gem. If somebody has a book, if they have a website or they have a cash, buy it from them. They get all the residuals. People that put their stuff on Amazon get a royalty. If I sell this book on Amazon, which on Amazon it costs $20, I get like 30 cents. I sell it for $9, $10, because I don't make money off the books. I give them out.
Yeah.
I get $5 off a book at $10.
Sheesh.
I get 30-40 cents off Amazon for 20. So if your friends have a website, don't go to Amazon. Ask them, buy it, get it
straight
from them
from
directly.
them. Yeah.
That's how they get their money. That's today's gem.
So
Peace.
you losing $5 a book?
No. If I order a case of 100 books, shipping and handling, everything is $4.55. I sell the book on my website for $9.99. So you figure with taxes, let's say 25% gotta go. So I make $2.50. And then the shipping and handling. So I break even.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say all the business out there, but this company, this LLC, this right here, this joint right here, that owns this company will never, or maybe this company at this time doesn't make close to the money I make in real estate. So I could.
It's just another entity.
You just building it up, though.
I could buy this and donate all of the services and lose money on this business.
And then write it off. Hell yeah.
It's also helping you.
This is my tax shelter.
It's
Hell
a
yeah.
win-win.
Nah, that's another gem right there. That's another
We
gem.
gonna have gems for days.
Yeah, I see.
That's the
It's gonna be a
official
fucking jewelry shop in here, son.
Yeah, I saw one of the well, I seen a few TikToks actually, but one of them that I like that you said was y'all could everything that you say, y'all could go ahead and Google him. Y'all could fact check everything that he say.
Facts.
So I'm gonna do it like after this. I'm gonna watch it John back and I'm gonna fact check you. So because I'm taking you at your word.
I got pictures in the book. I got receipts. I post them. You could go on the old gram. If I say I did business with this person, you'll see the picture. If I say I made this much money, I'll show you the picture of the paycheck. Like,
I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, I like that though. Nah, because you know,
Because you're not.
But
There's
like
people
that.
out there.
I fuck with that. The fact that I saw you like, bro, y'all could check me. Don't just take me at my word. People don't. Honestly, people probably have said it before you, but you probably the first person I've seen say that. So that's why I had to definitely give you flowers for that, because a lot of people.
You know what it is? People want to know that you're credible. That's what it is. You know what I mean? They want to make sure, because I could go to somebody and be like, yo, I'll do this, that, and the third. But, you know, they're not going to believe it until they see it. And that's the same thing with even coming up. Like, I'm sure, like, even your real estate journey, niggas was probably like, man, that real estate shit, whatever. You feel me? And then look at you now. You feel me? You done hit to where you need to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a couple questions about the book. How long?
But he got introduced the book first.
It wasn't. No, it's not about the act. Like, it's about the physical book, not about the contents of like what's inside the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I introduced it. Yeah.
Fear, forget everything and reset.
Oh, I said we got right into it, and then my fault.
It's cool. This is real life. That's how it goes.
This really
Shit, in real life, everything don't come out in alphabetical order.
Yep.
It goes how it goes, and you gotta figure it out.
And I think that's our podcast. You feel me? Like, we don't. I mean, it's not set up. There's none of this shit is scripted. Like, we on here, talking as men, but also as
bro, as a
like
real life conversation.
Yeah, like, you mean, and want y'all to enjoy it because this is real.
Can I say something too?
Yeah.
There's 2 things I wanted to say. First, congratulations on 100 shows.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's dope.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't. I'm about to start my podcast in 2 weeks. Just the legwork, I'm gonna have to get gems from y'all. I see y'all set up. I'm like, yo, you taking it? Like,
Yo,
I already don't want to do it. Just for dealing with Google. That's one. And the second thing is, cause you was showing love. Hold on, I just lost my train of thought. We'll come back to that. But no, I got it. I was talking to Ronnie, and he was like, yo, do you drink? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I never did. I got water. And this is y'all setup. He was like, yo, he didn't have to ask that. So the hospitality that y'all are showing, you can be like, fuck this nigga. Like, you coming to my shit, I can't smoke in my... We don't even know this thing. We not... So I appreciate y'all for that humility.
Sure,
that's why y'all got to 100. That's why y'all gonna get to 1,000.
Appreciate that, bro.
We for the
Appreciate
people.
that.
I feel like the one thing we try to do especially when we have guests on, is try to make everybody comfortable. Because obviously we having a conversation, you be cool, but we got cameras too. You know what I'm saying? And people get nervous when they got a mic and a camera and stuff like that. So number one priority over here is trying to make people feel comfortable. You feel me? And make welcome. Like, oh yeah, that was fun. Next time we should go this, that, and the third. You feel me? So it's just gonna get better and better. So that's one of our priorities.
Yeah, shout out the listenership too, the viewership, all streaming platforms.
shout out to
Make sure
everybody.
like, subscribe, comment, share, all that. But I still got a couple questions about the book. How long did it take you to write it? Or did you like? How long did it take you to write it?
It was only like a couple of months. And I'm gonna say this humbly, it shows in the book, but I'm gonna say why. So we were just building on this. I do not like to read. I do a lot of audio books, that type of stuff. But I do go back and fact check and look and whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, what happened was COVID, and I was stuck in Texas, and I couldn't leave, and there was nothing to do, and all this stuff was going on. And just like my daily gems the daily gem came up from a conversation. Most of them gems is not scripted.
Yeah.
It's something that happens in the day. A contractor will piss me off, and I'll be like, yo, record this. Yo, if you don't tell me you can pay this much, and it, record that.
Yeah, cause
that's why I think hopefully they come off so well. So the book was just me talking to people, and we're like, yo, nobody's gonna believe this. I gotta write this down.
So it's basically like within conversations you had with people, and you just like, oh shit, I said this.
Yeah.
And you start writing them down.
Yeah. And then I just was like, and then every night I did one. I was like, yo, baby, she's like, yeah, she's hilarious. I was like, all right, let's do it. My brother, yo, check this. You think this is funny? Yo, that's crazy. That didn't really happen. And then it came out, and then we formalized it. And that's why you got the intro. Then I put I got to talk about my daughter. I got to talk about my wife, and then it kind of like. I have like 10, 12 other chapters that didn't make the book because when it got like put together, they was like it didn't have a flow, but it has my voice.
Okay.
So like when you read it, like how I talk, like my cadence and all that, you pick that up in the book, and I wanted it like that.
And that's how it should be. I
didn't want it to be like, and then when you walk into the room, like, nah, that's my voice for real. That's a dope question. Thank you.
Facts.
I got a couple more. Cause so was it hard to find a publisher and editors, like all that?
No, I'm gonna say this. One of my homeboys connected me with somebody. I don't bash nobody. You got it. Nah, there's no but. I'm not. All I'm gonna say is this.
Could have been better type shit.
There's a version 2 coming out the book.
Okay.
And this version of it will never be seen again. And then now that person no longer gets to get credit. I would say that it was a learning process working with that person.
Yeah.
Everything I do is positive. I never bash nobody, especially not something that's gonna be public.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that whatever. All I'm saying is, I'm gonna go another way. So there'll be another version of the book probably coming out the end of the year.
And that's like you say, it's all about that learning process. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even like real estate example. You know what I mean? I'm sure you had 100 fumbles and all that shit before you got to like, damn, I got this shit locked down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So to answer the question. Sometimes, you find somebody, but that's still not what you want. Like, it's not the end result. You know what I'm saying? So,
but when you don't know, like, you really don't know.
I was just
I'm
excited.
happy I asked that shit because this is like some shit that really interesting to me outside of all the like if I just met you outside, whatever, and we got it, and you just showed me the book, I would have asked you that anyway. Like I really find
You want to write a book?
low key, but I gotta.
So put it like this. So there's a lot of stuff I learned. I can show you how to get it out because I had to learn that. And then what happened is the person I was dealing with, maybe I'm gonna say it like trying to be as honest as possible. There's certain type of business person I am, because she was like, well, I'm the publisher, it's on my, I was like, nah, I got my own company. I got and she was already like, I don't want to work with you. She wasn't maybe used to dealing with a person like me, which I don't feel like I was being annoying, but to her I definitely was being annoying. But I know what I wanted. She was like, well, I could, part of the package is we take your headshot, like pause or whatever, the young kids watching. so you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but nah, I already have a photographer. Oh, well, we'll do your artwork. I already have my cover done.
So she basically like not to bash her, because I understand what you mean by that, but basically like she was looking for like unexperienced people that don't know, like,
she was trying to do everything. She was trying to do everything.
Right.
So basically, all you really needed was somebody to just put it out.
Put it up.
Yep.
Because I ain't know where to put it up, and I'm not a researcher because I don't like to read. I didn't wanna go and spend the time, which is one of them gems. Like, bro, y'all got a podcast. Y'all got 101 shows. I'm not researching shit. Mm-hmm. I'm calling y'all.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, when y'all live stream, did YouTube do this to you?
But you see that, but that's where you like, it's not that we would purposely do something wrong, but like, for example, how you just trusted in Shorty and she fucked it up. So shouldn't it be a balance of like, yeah, I'm gonna ask them because they got experience, but I still gotta research?
Yeah, but here goes what happens. Y'all got a dope ass intro. Yeah, do. It's dope.
Or we worked hard on that shit. Yeah,
I know. I can tell. Because there's so many pictures. I know a little bit about editing. I was like, yo, they put that picture in this.
Shout out to Corey, yo. Shout out to Corey.
I said we, like we did. That shit was all
yo, I will pay you for my intro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also I pay everybody for everything. I don't want no favors. It's better to pay. But so
another gem.
So to go, we can do the gem counter, like bing, bing, bing.
Yo, somebody do that.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I knew what I needed from her, and I got mission accomplished. I got the product out. So I was happy with that. I didn't need to research that she could, because I seen her put books out. Y'all got a dope intro. If I like your intro, I'm like, yo, who did your intro, or how'd y'all do your intro? You want to do mine? I'll pay you for it.
But some people like once you start asking questions like that, they feel like, I don't know, they just it's kind of like scared.
Yeah.
Like to give information nowadays.
Not necessarily us, but and people, even with us, like not to bash nobody, like you said, right? Other podcasts that we try to link up with and shit like that, or even ask questions, whatever case may be, you get that weird vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. Like, damn, nigga, like, you ain't even trying to look out. Like,
This my assumption. That right there is like fear.
Yeah.
People was like, yo, how you giving out gems? How you gonna give her? Nigga, there's no competition. I'm not cocky.
Yeah.
I could say
it is competition, but I think there's enough space for for everybody. But it is competition
Not to call it competition though, bro.
But it's like in a friendly competition though.
I get what you're saying.
Like we gotta spar. We gotta spar. We gotta sharpen our swords.
all right, so this is what I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm gonna tell you why my point is just a little different. Nobody could do what y'all do. Somebody might think it's better, somebody might think but nobody's doing the exact show. So somebody could listen to your show for an hour, and somebody could listen to 3 other dudes from Philly for an hour. I don't care if y'all talking about the Eagles, I don't care what y'all talking about. Nobody's gonna do exactly what you can do. So they can't compete with you. I could wear the same exact outfit as you. I'm gonna look different because I'm me. I'm gonna put it together a different way. So there's no competition because nobody can recreate what you do. Now, in terms of one podcast to the other, and you don't want somebody to shine harder than you, that's some sucker shit.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So that's really what that has nothing to do with competition. Mm-hmm. That has to do with niggas being corny.
Yeah, facts.
So like some shit, like y'all gonna ask questions, I'm gonna give y'all mad questions. Some question you gonna ask him, like, yo, bro, you gotta pay me for that.
Yeah.
That's business.
It's only right, yeah.
That's business. You know what I'm saying? So like, you ask them people, it's dope when you do that. I love when that shit happens. I love when I go to somebody and I also don't ask for free. I'll be like, yo, I'll pay you for the information.
Mm-hmm.
And you start seeing the funny, like, cool. So you cut off.
For the rip.
You cut off.
It's only right though.
It's better to know that about somebody.
Even with the money.
Cause
I don't need
you
money.
just a cold hater. At
I
that
don't
point, you
need
just
money.
a cold hater.
Let me get. Let me,
No, I'm saying because you saying you would pay them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, so look what happens.
And niggas will be weird.
Still funny.
Yeah.
Just because like look, y'all put mad. How long it took you to do your intro? Like estimate hours wise. How long like hour or two, right? But that's not your first intro, and you edit like you do other stuff, obviously, right? So it didn't take you an hour or two. It took you all the years that you learned the process to do that shit. That took
paid them for that
years of your
experience.
time. So even if I was like, yo, I'll give you $100. That's $100 an hour. You don't go to work and make that. And you like, nigga, but you can't get it for less than $5. I want $250. I want $300. And I'm like, nah, you not worth it. Or you like, nah, I want this. That doesn't make you corny. That don't make me corny.
Yeah.
But if I go to you with the same thing, like, yo, I got 5 for you. And you like, nah, because you don't want somebody's show to come out and that's the competition. Yeah. Nah, like, yo, like I got my logo, I got my Chanel patches. Everybody gets some Brady. Nobody has no Chanel patches. Yo, where you got them from? I could be corny and be like, yo, my girl ordered the, I don't even know, son.
Give him a runaround.
I don't even. But nah, you want Chanel patches, I'm gonna be like, yo, just don't be around me. Like, we can't look like we're friends, we shop. But yeah, yo, this is the woman's number, bing. Cause I'm cool like that.
I need that. No, well, is it only like that? You said Chanel, so it's only the particular.
Chanel.
Oh, Chanel.
Yeah, it's the type with the fabric. Yeah.
Oh, it's the fabric.
Chanel.
I thought it was like a C. I would like. Or it's
No, shit like that's that's like with the like football letters. The fuzzy.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So like, if somebody acts funny with you, like, so back to the money. I'm not Bill Gates, but bro, I don't have to move.
Yeah.
I don't need no new clients. I'm good.
You solidified.
There's nothing I can't do.
Mm-hmm.
How
I don't need no. Actually, I'm gonna say this one last thing, and I'm gonna put this up on my Instagram when I say it. Them sweaters, you can't buy one of them sweaters from me. You got to become a client to get those. That's a badge of honor to me. You can't give me $1,000 for that
It's
sweater.
like when you buy a Lambo truck, they give you the little Lambo.
You can't get it. Can't get it. You're not even gonna find it on eBay. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
I only got 38 more of those. I ordered them in cases of 50. When that 38th one runs out, I'm closing my doors to the public.
In terms of what, like straight business?
I don't
No
need
more
a
clients.
website. I might not even have an Instagram no more. I don't need it. It's a waste of my time. When I needed it, when I built up with my clients, when they were starting 5, 10, 15,000, 4 or 5 years ago, and now them 15,000 clients have 100K, and I got 80, 90 clients with that kind of money, plus my own money, plus my wife, plus everybody else. How much? My problem right now is I can't spend all the money I have because I can't find the deals good enough to spend everybody's money I have. I don't need clients. Look on my gram. You look at my story. This dude was like, yo, I got 500K to spend. He was a dick on the phone. I was like, yo, I don't have no room for my clients. I'll show you the text. I'll show you the whole conversation. They come to you with 500 G's. And you like, because I live a modest lifestyle and relatively modest. And that's part of one of the gems in the book. When I was young, I got money.
Yeah.
And I did all the dumb shit.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Now I get money and I move a certain kind of way with it. I don't drive a Lambo or this and that. Them cars, we could get in the car, bro. Cars lose money.
Yeah,
I would
they're not
never
assets.
spend.
They're not assets.
They're liabilities. I would never spend $500,000 on a car that is gonna lose me money, and I got a $15,000 note. When I could rent a Lambo, if I step out of a Lambo dressed the way I want, you can't tell me that it's not mine, and I got the bank account to prove it.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't give a fuck what you think. Nigga, I'm in a Lambo. I'm worried about me. I'm worried about my girl.
Facts.
Like, so.
What you saying that compared to like owning it and leasing it? That's what you saying? Like, you know how people like
Owning it and renting
Or
it.
you could write it off if it's a certain weight.
Yeah, I could give you that. Oh, okay. So you talk about the 6,000 pounds. All right, let me give you some game.
Well, I don't know if the lamb truck is that weight, but
No.
they always say the G wagon.
Yeah, G wagon is or like a 3,500. Yeah. So I'll get you into something like this. Let's say we're talking about a $50,000 car. Would you buy it out cash? Now, for me, if I have a certain amount of profit at the end of the year and I need some money to burn, I could spend $50,000 on a truck and I write off $50,000. I got a brand new truck and I could depreciate it over 2 or 3 years. What depreciation means is you take the number and you divide it by the number of years. A $50,000 truck, this is why I'm the math man. Because I get, and people are like, yo, what? So you rewind it. Depreciated over 2 years, that means I get to write off $25K in 2022, $25K in 2023. At my tax bracket, just federally, I pay 37%. So if I don't spend that $50K, 37%, I gotta pay Uncle Sam half. I gotta pay 37, 40, 17,000 is just gonna get burnt. So I might as well get the truck. And then in the year 2, I could sell it.
Yep.
And I kept the money and I got a work truck. Okay, that's one way. Now, I could lease a car. A lease is a long-term rental. When I'm on a business trip like I'm on now, because this is business, I wrote off my flight. And you see, look on Instagram, I think it's still up.
Yeah.
I fly first class. Look, you see all the food. I'm in first class.
Mm-hmm.
That's a write-off. The hotel is a write-off. All of my clothes are a write-off. The sneakers to match because they have my logo. The food I'm eating. The gifts are a write-off. My gas, my insurance, my car. I live my full life and I don't pay taxes. You go to work and you pay taxes.
Yeah.
I don't pay taxes.
That's how it is.
Boom. So now you say financing. I just want to hit all 3. When you finance a car, you don't get, because it's a loan, you can't write off a loan. So the car costs $50K. The only thing you can write off is the interest on the loan. That's like a mortgage. When you get a mortgage, even for rental property, you can't write off the mortgage. You can only write off the escrow, and you can write off the interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I lease all of my cars, and I got a Nissan, but I write off 100%, $800 a month worth of bills from insurance, gas, and everything is a write off. So so $10,000 a year. Good, I don't pay taxes on it.
I mean, like, that's the smartest way you could do it, especially with money. Like, you know, finagling and all that, that's how you gotta do it, bro. Like, these taxes was really kill people. Like, and that's why rich people don't pay taxes, bro. Like, you know, like all those ball teams and everybody, bro. Like, them niggas don't pay taxes. That's why they good, bro.
Can I give you one more gem about taxes?
Yes, sir.
You could give us as many gems as you want, bro. That shit.
I think I paid 2% of what I made last year.
2%.
And I posted how much I paid. So if you could do the math on that, you figure out how much I made last year. But that's going in 24 hours. Don't worry about how much I make. I'm broke.
Baby.
Right?
But
you know the movie. I don't have no money. Don't ask me. What happens is people have this understanding, this misconception that like, yo, they know these tricks. I have to still spend money.
Yeah.
It's not like I make, however much. And then it's like, I check this box and I don't pay nothing. I donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to schools.
That's how it is.
These are donations.
Yeah.
I travel. I employ people. I invest in my properties. I buy merch to invest in. I pay for websites. So I'm sorry. So in order to get the deductions, you actually have to spend the money.
Exactly. Yeah.
The thing is like, y'all in Philadelphia, so you pay the city of Philadelphia tax, you pay the state of Pennsylvania, and then you pay the federal government.
Yeah.
So if I lived here and I made the money I make, I'd be paying 51% of my money. Fuck that. That's why I live in Texas, because Texas is no state tax.
Yeah.
I was
So
about to say, you definitely don't live in New York, because in New York, you'd have been that shit.
nah, I definitely moved to, when I started making money, I definitely bought my house and moved there and got my license. I definitely lived there. Anyway. So there's that understanding too, where people like, yo, there's tricks. You have to spend the money, but now there's depreciable thing, and those are things I could,
Yeah.
I'll show a regular person who has like $2 or $3 grand in the bank how to invest that $2 or $3 grand and end up with a $5,000-$10,000 tax return. Totally legal. Now the game is to turn that 10 into an investment and then rinse and repeat, and then not raise your bills with your income, so then you can talk shit like I'm talking shit. Like, like I'll walk away from $1 million. No, you won't. Maybe you never had that position before. But I also don't buy fucking Balenciaga and bullshit. Like, I don't waste my money on sneakers. I invest, and then the profit I use to buy what I want to purchase.
Yeah. All rinse and repeat type shit.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the pod, I asked you where you went to college. So I figured at some point this would all come full circle.
Right.
So I could ask you, did you learn all this in school or like in college, or somebody taught you this, or?
Nah, this is life experience.
Just going.
Yeah, when I didn't have access, I asked a lot of questions, and I watched how people moved. I watched the people that was getting money, whoever it was, and I asked and I looked and I paid attention. The dudes that was getting the most money, I know, even still to this day, you'll never tell. People I know with the most, but they don't be on Instagram. They don't have Instagram.
They drive Toyota Camry.
Yo, they have fucking crazy houses though, and they always on vacation, or they have a car lot full of. But the work car looks like this.
Yeah.
But you'll never know because it's not for you to know. You go on my Instagram, yo, you can't tell me what countries I've been to. You can't tell me what vacation I've been on. That's not for y'all. It's none of your business.
And I think that's one of the biggest issues today, like with people going on, just ratting on themselves, bro. Like, especially with that time where we had a time where niggas was holding money to their ear, right?
Yeah, money
all
phones.
All this money and money phones and all that, man. It was the coolest thing in the world. But always to me, I'm like, yo, like, you gonna get jammed, dickhead. Like, you stupid. Like, you just telling everybody, yo, I'm up. Like,
right.
you mean? And unfortunately, we live in a world where if you up, niggas won't, just be on your ass. Like, it's a hateful world, to be honest. Like,
right.
But loving it too, for sure. But you just gotta pick your battles and make sure you pay attention to what you're doing. You know what I mean?
But I think you bring that to yourself. And I'm gonna say this, and we was building about this before.
Yeah.
I don't judge young people for doing that, or I don't judge people who just got money for doing that.
Yeah.
Because when you don't come from that, you don't know. I did the same thing in the book, first page.
Yeah.
But there was no Instagram. Thank God I didn't have Instagram. I probably would.
That's what I was about to say. Is
I would be a monster if I was on Instagram in my 20s. Are you crazy? I'd be a what?
bro? Because it's like even with the one picture. Hold on, can I show the? I low key want to like show the one picture.
Yo, it would
if
be
you would have put this on the
over.
gram, yo. I feel like I wish we could add it to the.
Yeah. I'll give you the original picture. I'll give you the original picture, bro. The stuff that we was doing.
It couldn't be recorded. You mean?
Like it looked like it's the same stuff. And I'm talking about back then, but it's a real small world of sneakers and like Jordans and jewelry. Corner boy shit. Like I used to spend $1,000 on an outfit, which inflated for inflation right now is like a $4,000 or $5,000 outfit. Iceberg, for y'all who know what iceberg is.
Yeah.
That's why I got a picture. $1,000 sweatsuit. Check how much that Muhammad Ali. I was 18. I'm in high school with, I don't know if y'all know about jewelry, 100-gram chain. Nigga, with 100 grown men don't have 100-gram chains now. I was in high school with diamond rings and like looking at my teachers like, I make more money than you.
I wouldn't go to school. That's why that shit didn't happen to me when I was in high school. I wouldn't have gone.
I was scared of my mother.
I dropped out when I was broke, bro. I was 16. I dropped out when I was broke.
I was scared of my mother. I was scared of my father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and remember, they put me like on
good fear.
On a straight path.
Yeah, no, my parents just told me like you gotta work. Like if you're not gonna go to school.
Even back then, I was cutting hair. I was going to the barbershop making money, and I was doing like, I say this, I never sold drugs, but a lot of my clothes I ain't paid for. You know what I'm saying? All that low, going to school every day. I don't know if y'all know about this, but like it's called stacking. Back in the days, I go with a teddy bear with the next teddy bear with it, but it's all the same teddy bear.
Yeah.
Just to go to school, to be chilling like this with 3 teddy bears, and then the next day come with the next collection with the next
teddy
Jordan,
bear, man.
with the next one. Just because school was a fashion show, and I graduated with an 88 average, and I wasn't even trying. But I didn't care about school because I knew school was a sham because of like who my brother and my father was like. So I got all the stuff by really just trying to be humble and listen and learn. And then when people would tell me some stuff, like as a kid, like I got my first car, Lambo doors, rims, Don't, that's a waste of money. And then 18 months later, car note that it was a waste. I got rid of it.
And you had Lambo doors on what?
On a Scion, like a Scion, a Scion. Are you crazy? Because I always like Lamborghinis. I had the I8.
You ain't never seen the Scion with the butterfly door.
Anything with doors that go up. That's what I like. But why I wouldn't buy a Lamborghini right now, which we could go to Lambo tomorrow and I could order one. I'm not gonna tie up. First off, to talk, you got to put down like $150. I've done this research, and then you got to carry the note, and you got to wait because there's always back order unless you're gonna be pre-owned. I'm not doing pre-owned. So now, 150K, I could turn 150K to 300 to maybe 350 in 1 year.
Right.
I could rent a Lambo for $5,000, $4,000 a day. I can't drive it every day. I'm in the hood all the time. I'm not pulling up in a Lambo.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation all the time. I'd rather just rent it.
Yeah.
Spend 10 grand, get my pictures, get my memories, and I still got 140K. And when I rent it, it's a write-off.
Yeah.
It's a business expense
Yeah.
for promotion. I take one photo shoot, I get all that money back.
But what, like when people buy them type of cars, they also could like rent them out.
You know what happens if you rent out a Lamborghini and somebody scratches
bangs
your
out?
leather? You know what happens if they break a knob? You know how much it costs to repair that? That's not a Toyota.
Nah,
Cost that bread.
but I'm pretty sure you charging the right price though.
Yo, put it like this. There's a lot of people that do a lot of businesses. That's not one I don't Airbnb. To me, that's a terrible business. Because of
Damn, I was about to say, give us the breakdown on that.
because of where I'm at in my life. 4 years ago, I'd be Airbnb like you never imagined.
Uh-huh.
But to Airbnb, you have to make it your job. Y'all ever stayed in Airbnb?
Yeah.
What happens if something breaks at 2 a.m? You text the person. And if they don't get back to you, you give them a bad review. You get 2 or 3 bad reviews. Nobody wants to stay at your Airbnb. Nigga, I'm not getting up at 2 a.m. because your toilet don't work. I'm out here living life.
Mm-hmm.
When I needed money, I would hustle. When I first started out making shirts, I would ride Brooklyn an hour to go drop off a shirt to make $20. I was a teacher at that time.
Yeah.
I still had a salary, everything, but I knew what I was trying to do.
Right.
You couldn't. There's nothing you could call me for outside of a family emergency that'll make me get out of my bed when I don't want to. We'll, off camera, we'll call people. Yo, there's $100,000. Come pick it up, nigga. I'm asleep. Can you mail it? If I'm tired, I'm not getting up.
Damn, that's a good lifestyle, yo. Because
There's people that can say that about $10 million. There's people that can say that about $10 million. I'd get up for 200. But I let checks sit at the bank, like at Netco, at the title company. Like, yeah,
I'll be there. I'll get there when I get there.
Let me ask you a question. So
Let me ask you a question before you keep going, because I ain't even asked a question yet.
My fault.
I fuck with you, my brother, and all that.
my fault. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yo, so initially we talked about the real estate, and how you got into it and everything else, but like, how was your first real estate deal? Like, how did that go? Do you like actually? I'm sure you remember.
it's in the book. Only the first ones. Only the first. You only remembered it, right?
Yeah,
I bought my first property with credit cards. I read a book.
I was gonna ask that too.
I read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
The person that gave me Rich Dad Poor Dad actually kind of gave it to me as a smack in the face. Yo, read this book. Maybe I ain't like to read. I couldn't put that down. I read it and I instantly started to try to take strategies. There was something they called a CD, a certificate of deposit. At that time, they were paying 8-9%. Now you get 0.25%. It's a joke. But banks was paying 1%, and I'm like, y'all could get 9%. Let me put my money. So I bought a 1 year for $5,000, and I bought a 6 month for $5,000. And I wanted to see, because I didn't understand the math on the compounding yet. I just wanted to see if it would double or if it will be more, because it's $5,000 plus tax per daily. So the longer is better. Anyway, so then I read another book in the series, because that worked, called OPM, Other People's Money.
Yo.
One of the strategies in the book is called paying your entry fee. If you don't have money, sometimes you got to pay extra to get your foot in the door.
Facts.
So I had a partner at the time, and he was like, we had this condo in Kings Village, which I'm gonna go over there and shoot something, because like I haven't been there in years. $70K. I had to have 35. He's buying it cash. I ain't have the money. I spent all of it on jerseys and jewelry. Dumb shit. I had $2,500, and I had, good credit. This is before Credit Karma, before the internet really hit. I applied for like 4 or 5 credit cards. I got 6 credit cards that had $40-something thousand on it.
Damn.
All 0 interest.
Because they brand new.
I told him, I said, yo, I'll pay all the closing costs and my 35. Just give me, I had the contract too. I forgot how, give me a certain amount to pay it back.
Uh-huh.
To him, he was like, yo, I just made $2,000. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the deal was, it was 100 months. Every percent I would buy in 1 more percent, and I would get that percentage of the rent. The rent profit was $500 a month. Mine was $250. So the first month I would only get $5. Second month $10. He would keep the rest because I was only getting my rent based on a percentage.
Yeah.
But it was accumulating every month. You saying?
Right. That was the game plan. Until I got all the credit cards. I banked all of them out. I gave him the check. His mouth dropped. Then I took all the rent profit and I started paying down the smallest card. So now I got that 0 card. So when the next card turned over, I moved that money.
Mm-hmm.
I took my overtime money and I start shifting it around. So I didn't even really pay interest on the credit cards.
Facts.
But I knew enough because I just fucked off all that money on whatever, not to waste my money to try to look fly. I have more jewelry than I could wear.
Yeah, keep fucking money up now. That's
Yeah. And then also the same person, I was just telling Ori, like big Ori, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a house, a condo was $140K. All I had to do was put up $14,000. In that picture, I got $40K. $14,000. I was in sneakers, at least $14,000. That house worth right now is $750,000.
Damn.
How much sneakers would I have if I would have gotten that deal? A few months later, same partner, I had to pay $39,000 to make $250 profit in my rent. That's how it goes with deals. That's why when I tell people you get money, like, yo, wait on the sneakers, wait on the vacation, wait on the dates.
Yeah.
Make your money start working.
For you, yeah.
And then when that money starts working, then you can start to enjoy a piece of it.
Mm-hmm. Not all
It's
of
all
it.
in the book.
Piece of it. Yeah.
A piece of it. I don't buy stuff until it gets paid for by the investment that I allocated the funds to can afford. I just got this watch for my birthday. I ain't pay for it. I buzzed down credit cards. I got wild points back.
That's them American.
Yeah, all the travel cards. The flight here was free because of this watch.
I was gonna say that's what, and that's another thing too. Like them flights and everything else, yo. People just they don't pay for none of that shit, bro.
Zero interest. I got zero interest for 12 months.
Yeah.
So I got points and I'm not paying interest. So it didn't hurt me to get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The money that would have cost me to buy the watch, I took and I invested in the flips. I got the flip money back. I took a chunk of the flip. I threw it to the card. I took the original money and the extra, put it into the next flip. That money came back. I took a thing.
Chunk to the card.
The watch is free. Somebody else paid for it.
Yeah.
That's how I do everything.
That's the smartest way to do it, man. You make your assets work for you. Because if you don't, then everything's gonna be a liability.
You can't spend your money. Your money wants to work.
Yeah.
Once you get rid of it, you're getting rid of your power. I don't spend money for anything. I'm super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you gotta be.
And that's how they say basically $1 is like an employee. That employee has to make you money. Like that's how every dollar that you, like even those, like you work a regular 9 to 5, that money, you know, is allocated obviously to your rent or mortgage, whatever case may be. The other you're supposed to save and, you know, food, groceries and all that other shit, and then make that money work for you so that way, you know, you don't ever have to, you know, work for something necessarily, like actually work for your rent or actually work for this, that, and third, because all that shit will pay off itself if you invest it right.
Can I add something to that? Because you asked about how I transitioned from 9 to 5 to retirement.
Yep.
When I worked for the city, I think my take home a month was like 4,000, something like that, 4,500, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of my money was going to my tax deferred annuity because that's retirement money that brought down my threshold.
Yeah.
When I was going to retire, I said I can't retire until my net after taxes, mortgage, everything, my net rent money equal my salary because I could walk away. Then life started to happen and I was in Texas. I was like, I gotta fly. Okay, I'm gonna leave when I double my net rent money. So now I make $1,000 rent and then the net take home. So I had X amount of rent and what was left over was 9. Then I decided to go. So that's what I did. And when I hit that number, I decided that's when I can afford to leave because something breaks, people don't pay rent, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was what it was.
Yeah.
And then when I went and I have a video on this, I got ridiculous debt because I knew that if I didn't increase my bills, I'd be able to afford to pay those things down and then I'd be able to wheel and deal. And so that's how I transition. So if you're looking at like a good number, everybody's number is different. But for me, it was double my net what my job was doing. That's when I knew I could afford to walk away from teaching.
And that's the best game you could get right there, because some people just want to walk away and then they fuck themselves up. Like I mean, we all get it. Like these 9-to-5s ain't it, but you got to start somewhere to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people downplay it too.
Yeah,
They gotta work. We gotta earn this lifestyle. This wasn't 2 years. This is 15, 16 years before I started making money.
yeah.
And I never had a car note that cost more than what my rent money was. My net rent money.
Yeah.
You can't have you can't get 2 tenants and be like, yo, I'm getting a Benz now. I made it. $900 car note. You only take home $300 a month. What are you doing? You're in the red $600. What are you talking? And then you got your insurance and then maintenance. At the minimum, that's what you got to do.
Real talk.
I got 2 questions before we don't got too much time left.
Damn, we don't.
I told you.
No,
This shit crazy, bro.
I told you.
It's the camera battery, like the
I had to
battery
charge that
shit. Yeah,
joint up.
I'm trying to get my 2 questions off because I know Ron got a few more drinks for you. My first one is today. Like how many units do you have? If you feel comfortable sharing
I don't
that.
count. It don't matter.
At what number do you stop counting?
I never counted. Here goes why.
Or let me
tell you why.
All right.
I'll tell you why. For me to do that, I'm paying attention to the thing that doesn't really matter. All I care about is each deal.
That's what I was gonna say. Let me rephrase my question. Was there like a certain net net take home number that you feel like, all right, after I got to this number, now I feel like I'm really retired. I'm really,
because what I do. You ever heard? Have y'all seen The Founder?
The Founder now.
All right, watch The Founder. Watch The Founder. Where's
that?
It's
Where
about.
can I watch that at?
Yeah, it's about Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but where can I watch it at?
It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was. It's not on anymore. But you probably have to pay $3. Pay the $5.
Go online, bro. You
Why,
find that joint.
pay the $5. Watch the movie.
Yeah.
But in the movie, they made it like cinematic. But in real life, Ray Kroc was at Harvard or Yale, and he was talking to the students, and he was like, "Yo, what's my business?" And they were like, "The food industry," and he was like, "No." What's his business?
Real estate.
Real estate, because they own the land and they sublease it.
Yep.
He didn't start making money until he subleased the land to the franchisees. So people ask me, like, they tell me, you're a real estate guy. I'm not in real estate. What's my business?
Franchiser. You be just off and shit.
What you think?
I don't even know, bro.
No, yeah, I would say real estate and this like
Not education.
Okay, because you educate people, your clients. Yeah.
I just am like the highest paid teacher you might know.
While doing them deals.
I get to shoot the shit with y'all. I get to hang out. I go to schools. I get to talk to high school kids and talk about jumping off the bridge and going to college for $250K a year to become a fucking nurse. Or going to the military because they want somebody to pay for their college when it's like, yo, just go to community college. You might not even like school. Take a year off.
Yeah, just fill it out.
Find a program that will pay for your school. But people, a lot of times kids, like their first generation, so their parents don't know how to give them that game. That's why I go to the school. And I go to schools in the hood. Like, I don't need to go to the school where the parents have multiple degrees. I'm going to the place where, like, there's metal detectors.
Where the education's not shown. Yeah.
Right. So if y'all got a school, I'll come out to Philly. Like, so anyway, so I'm doing what I love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying with all of this? So it's like, so it's not work. And that's the same thing. Like, and back to that point, like, y'all could do, but I could stay here for 10 hours with y'all. I don't got nowhere else to go. I'm chilling. Like, because of the passion in it. But I did put in my work. You know what I'm saying? So that's the gem for anybody else who's on the come up. Y'all obviously love what y'all doing.
yeah, for sure. I love coming here.
So you will kill with this. You just gotta find a way to make it maximize. You gotta find a way to get the write-offs. I'm gonna show y'all a couple gems off camera how to fund this to make money for it to grow, and then y'all don't pay no taxes.
Yeah.
Totally 100% legal.
Yeah, and it makes sense. That's so basically the real estate side funds what you actually want to do type shit.
Real estate funds everything I really want to do. I created a foundation called the Mary Kemp Foundation. If y'all need money, only education, go fill out some form. I send money. We give money to schools, programs, sports, everything. I take my and this is I don't do it for that, but it also helps.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to take $50K and I want to throw it to them, that's $50K.
Right off.
But my thing with that is like people would always be upset when people write it off as a tax, but
it shouldn't be though.
Yeah, because it's like, why don't you do it then?
It's like
you get what I'm saying,
bro. But if that's like, even if you my homie and then like, and if I give you 50K, like I should write that shit off too. Why wouldn't I write it? I'm like 95% sure there's a way to write off.
All right, so
I don't want to talk about that. I'm just talking about.
No, but I'm just saying like
donations.
Yeah, you know how like
it's the
it could
same
be.
thing. Why would I give? All right, you're a bad example because you're my homie. But why would I give my dad? Why would I give my dad 100,000? Where, from my understanding, he would have to pay taxes.
He would.
So instead of me giving it to him where I could write that off and then he could just clean take that, and I save money on my taxes anyways.
So here goes the game. Somebody has to pay taxes.
Somebody has to, yeah.
So, but I'm going to give you, I charge a lot of money for this shit. Y'all better appreciate these dudes.
For sure.
Yo, I already told you. This is not a flex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in real estate. So $100,000 on the house is not a lot. It's real estate.
Yeah, it's real
It's
estate.
not like I'm selling baseball caps and I made $100,000.
Right.
It's real estate. $100,000 in real estate is not a lot. $10 million in real estate is not a
You
lot.
just showed me $1 million apartment, bro.
1.6.
1.6, bro.
That was tight, right?
Yo, you know New York, bro. It's like a box. You walk into a room, that's your room. Like
495 square feet. 1.6
Crazy.
million. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's not mine. Don't.
No.
We were talking about how whack New York is.
Central
anyway.
Park shit, yeah.
Yeah, no. Don't dig me out there. Then no. So I'm in the highest tax bracket because of the type of business I'm in. Right? 37% federal, no matter how you slice it. In Texas, where there's no state tax. So my job is to try to decrease that and get into the as best as I can.
Oh yeah.
So now if you have a company that makes under $20,000, which is only taxed at 12%, and I spend money and I give you 20 and you get 20 and you get 20 and he gets 20 and he gets 20, and I bring my tax bracket down from 37 to 25, but you're only paying 12. The game is I'm saving 12% of my money. And when we're talking about millions of dollars, we're talking about millions of dollars in tax breaks.
Yeah.
So if I donate to a foundation that I happen to be the board member of, the founder of,
Exactly.
it's not that I get to keep it, but I have salaries. Who's on the board? I got to pay my people.
Yeah.
But they don't make what I make, so they don't pay the same taxes.
Exactly.
But we also give money to schools and we do the things that we're supposed to do. So I don't let Uncle Sam take my money and say it's going to all the schools. No, that school right there is fucked up.
Specifically.
Yo, here goes a check for $3,000.
Yeah.
The basketball team is going to the tournament this year. I still give back. Do I benefit? Shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I'm saying.
Facts.
So you got to learn the rules. You got to learn how to play the game, and you got to understand. And I teach all this stuff, and it's gonna be on my podcast for free.
Look, make sure y'all tap in, man. That's gonna be a lot of gems being thrown right there for sure.
I asked my first question.
I feel like I ain't talk because, bro, like,
We've been going in. Like,
ain't even about that, bro. Like everything you saying, bro, is like, oh shit.
Yeah,
bro.
Shit.
We
Like,
just all soaking up game right now. Like just
listen, I'm happy you came through because
For
this is
sure.
exactly
We happy
like,
you reached out
like,
to us.
No, like no bullshit. Like we y'all know what we on. You know what I mean, we be bullshit talking our shit, but this is like life changing information right here.
and
that
it's
we wanna give to
entertaining.
y'all,
It's
you
not
feel me?
like I'm not bored.
No,
but it's
of
not like
course,
no boring
yeah.
shit. Like I done seen other podcasts where they have like stuff like this.
Yeah.
and then it'd be
It's
boring
like,
as shit.
bro,
It'd be
it's like I go to YouTube right now. Look, whatever you just said, I look up, and it's like, bro, they give me the runaround. Like they're not even telling me nothing, bro. They just want me. Oh yeah, do this. So you got go on my shit.
But then when you go try to do that, that should be like, hold on, I got this obstacle, that obstacle.
That's what I was gonna say. Another shit. I like how the way that you breaking the game down. You
dumb it down.
You dumb it down. You breaking that shit down like the for dummies version, like step by step and all. Like he don't like to read. I like to read a little bit.
Listen, I don't care, bro.
But you gonna get the information.
I'm a visual person.
Now you know what it is. It's three things. And you tell me that I was born to do this. You know, some people can run fast. They born to run fast.
Yo.
I clearly like to talk shit. And if everybody in the room that I go to is always like this, obviously there's something I'm doing. Plus, I was formally trained in education.
Yeah.
I know how to break things down and give examples and pace it and gauge the room. I've been teaching for 14 years.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy. You did like, so you put together like the skill plus the sauce of some shit that was already in your person. And
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, before LeBron, was the GOAT because he had natural talent, but he had fundamental skills. He was with Dean Smith. He practiced everything. He mastered everything. He didn't, like Russell Westbrook, he didn't get over on talent alone, athleticism alone. LeBron didn't come in the league and just rest on talent and athleticism.
Yeah.
He added the fadeaway. He got a little bit of range now. You have to
Keep it
build.
moving. Keep it.
Bro. If you're not trying to learn, I'm trying to learn this.
Yeah.
But
Same thing with how vice versa. Exactly.
Yeah.
right,
we
but
get
but the difference with me, and this is one of the, I'm also paying somebody who does this. Who does this to do it for me, because I'm not trying to be the best at everything.
Can't be. Yeah.
Can only be great at one thing.
you think you can only be great at one thing?
Name somebody that's great at two things.
Specifically one thing.
Name somebody that's great and groundbreaking at two things.
Well, now you added another word. You added
Great.
groundbreaking.
Okay, let's go with great. I mean, yeah, let's go with great.
But we could talk.
All right. Fucking.
I don't want to just say like
Bo
random
Jackson.
people that he wasn't. No,
Okay.
he wasn't that good at whatever the second sport was.
but he was good at both though.
Nah, Bo Jackson. All right, so let's talk about Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was a phenom. Deion Sanders is probably a better example.
Yeah,
Deion Sanders was a solid baseball player, but he wasn't like is he in a Hall of
Derek
Fame
Jeter.
for
No,
baseball?
That's what I'm saying. None of them.
but he's Hall of Fame football. He was an amazing quarterback and special teams. Bro, you're only gonna excel and be like ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, there's a book called Outliers. You ever heard of the book Outliers?
Yeah, I ain't ready, but
Right? Malcolm Gladwell?
Never read it.
Outliers. I'm gonna go back to math. There's something called the standard bell curve. Everything in life, for the most part, goes on the standard bell curve. Everything in the middle is the average. One standard deviation covers 67% or 34.5%. And then two standard deviations covers everything 85% in the world.
Yeah.
So average height, average weight, average everything is in the middle. And then within two standard deviations, you're gonna get 85% of the rest of the world. Then there's a third standard deviation, which is 2.5%, and then there's a fourth standard deviation away, which is 0.5. That's like a 8-foot person, a 3-foot person, a 700-pound person. But everybody else is like 150, 250, right? The people at the end are called outliers because statistically they're insignificant.
Yep.
If you could give me one example of somebody out of 6 billion people, this shit don't exist. It's statistically insignificant.
Yo, matter of fact, I got the perfect example.
I just thought it was like it's a little subjective.
Yo, Otani, this nigga could bat and he could pitch, bro.
It's the same. It's the same sport.
crazy.
But it's still the same sport.
Yeah, so then he's great at that sport.
But that's what I'm saying. It's objective of the way that you look at it. That's all. I'm just getting in my
No, but that, you know what?
overthinking
Listen,
shit.
there's nothing wrong, and this is why you gotta have humility,
Yeah.
bro. You don't have to agree with me, and not saying that you were.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're willing to challenge and question and challenge and then get deeper into the content is a dope skill. As long as you don't get what's the new word I just learned on the plane the other day? Analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis. They say smart people are so smart that they don't ever make a deal because they're busy. Oh, and this could go wrong and that could go wrong. And dumb people excel. You ever hear, yo, this one's crazy. That'll never work. This is crazy. Y'all podcast ain't never gonna work.
Groundbreaking.
Because they like, yo, that was be dumb. You're wasting your time.
Until you do that shit.
Because you're dumb. And then you do it because you ain't let nothing logical stop you. Yo, ask all the questions you want. Can't offend me. Like, you should ask those questions. But I'm going to tell you I'm right. Until you prove me wrong. And if you prove me wrong, I'll bet yo, or Big Ori got me. But you got to do it first.
Let's get to my second question because it's been like 20 minutes. In today's market, is it better to buy or you think you should wait or?
You should never wait to do any business deal in terms of real estate. What you got to do is you got to learn how to calculate what's a good deal versus a bad deal. There's deals that I pass on every day, and there's deals that I purchase every day. If you look on my Instagram, you'll see I buy properties like every week.
Let me add a little bit more thing into the conversation. But like with today's market, like with the inflation, with the like how cribs are worth double, triple than what they were pre-COVID. Like, you think it's gonna stay like that? Like, what do you think is gonna?
That's two different questions.
Yeah.
The market is shifting, and the market will shift. 3 months ago, 4 months ago, it was a seller's market. That means somebody could put a house on the market and they got multiple offers over because there's only a little bit of inventory. Now, interest rates have gone up. So now somebody who could afford the mortgage on a $150,000 house can't because they fall out of the range, you know? So now there's not 100 buyers for each house, there's 20. So now there's wiggle room for negotiation. So now the buyers have more power because it's like, yo, if you want to sell your house, you got to give me closing costs. Yo, you got to fix that roof. You got to do this. I don't buy houses that's on the market. If you see it on Zillow, I already said no to it. So I get deals from wholesale. I'm not a wholesaler, even though one arm of my business does wholesale deals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna only look at the deal itself. So it's kind of like, it's a hard question to answer, but so if you're saying like, for people listening, should they invest? Yes, you should invest. You shouldn't go out and try to buy your own house by yourself. You shouldn't try to go flip. You shouldn't try to go do it by yourself. You call somebody like me that's gonna guide you through. Yo, you got $8,000. You shouldn't put $8,000 in the house because if something goes wrong, you don't got 9, 10, 11, 12. But if you got 30 grand and you could put in 12 and you got a little wiggle room and you have a little handy. So yeah, I think you should always invest because the only way to learn is by doing. You can't learn how to box from reading a book. You can't learn how to play ball from reading a book. You can't learn how to dance from watching YouTube. You can't learn how to cook from reading a book.
Yeah.
Nothing important in life can you do without trying it.
That's real shit.
Practice.
Facts.
You got to lose some money to feel like, oh yeah, this is for me. Or it's not. You got to get in the game. So invest.
Yeah, always invest, man. That's
I
definitely
got a
the
question though. You was talking about wholesaling. So what's the difference between wholesaling and buying it on the market?
Wholesale is just like this.
From straight owner?
Nah, because I buy sometimes wholesale from other companies. Wholesale is just like this, just like wholesale and everything else. It's a discount. This book is $10, but if I buy 100 of them, I get them for $5. So I have wiggle. It's still worth 10, but I have wiggle room to sell it for 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever I want. Or if there's only 100 and I buy all 100 for $5, and it was worth 10, well, like sneakers, like those phones, you can't get those, so you got to pay aftermarket.
it's like a monopoly.
Right. So wholesale in terms of real estate is basically just getting a deal off market. Where we make money is we usually get them for the dirt. And usually we get them for the dirt for two reasons. One is because you get a new investor who tried to flip, ran out of money, or they went to hard money and they're screwed. And then I get to go in, and some people call me a capitalist for this. To me, I'm bailing them out.
Yeah.
Yo, then don't let me give you, $47,000.
Get stuck holding the bag.
Yeah, lose your house, go get sued.
Yeah.
Or you could take what I'm gonna give you cash. I give it to you in 3 days. What you want to do? Long as title clears. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it for 120, but that's none of your concern.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Don't count
Real
my
talk.
pockets.
Real
Count your
talk.
pockets.
Yeah.
Learn the lesson.
Learn from that. Yeah.
So I get houses for cheap. Sometimes we put salt and pepper on it and we make some good money. Sometimes we don't have to. The other day I got a house and I share it with all my clients. We got a house for $49,000. It's worth $120. I sold it to one of my clients for $100. In 40 days, I'm gonna make $40K profit, and I only put in not even $500. I'll show you the receipts. I paid the cleaner to clean it. I took a fridge from another flip because when we have houses with selling, we take the old appliances and put the new ones. We keep the old appliances and we put them in rentals.
and reserve type shit. Yeah.
I put the fridge in, paid the cleaner, and we changed the ceiling fan.
That's crazy. That's it.
I'll show you the video. It's on YouTube. 911 Highland. Go on my YouTube. You'll go see it.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying.
No,
that's
for them.
crazy.
Like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yo. And I sold it to one of my clients.
For being, and then he could fix that joint more if he wanted to.
But I sold it to him for 100. He could sell it tomorrow and make 20. Minus
Yeah.
fees, he'll walk away with 16. Just because I don't want to wait, because I'd rather have my 51
Yeah.
back.
So it's basically you doing the same thing how you bought it from the guy you bought it from.
I'm one of those people that if I can make 10, but 5 makes me straight, and you can make 5, then we both make it 5.
Yeah.
Why should I make 10 and you make none? Or I make 9 and you make 1? I'm good with 5. You good with 5?
For sure.
I'm great with
Now we both got 5. Now our 10 goes to 20.
Yeah.
That's how I grew so fast. I'm from a certain place.
Yeah.
That's that J shit.
Gotta make that flip. You gotta make
you know what I'm
that
saying?
flip,
You got
baby.
all the homies solid. They hold you. I can't remember the exact bar, but they'll hold you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all know the bar.
Yeah. Basically, if every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, no one will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches.
Yeah.
I've been listening
That's
to a
the
lot
bar,
of
you
Hov lately.
feel
I
me?
ain't gonna
Like,
lie. Nah, I always said Nas was better, but I ain't gonna lie. Hov lately.
shout out to BK because my man he spit the bar like that shit was in the back of his head. Like, y'all
Yeah, I
keep
could
waiting
quote
on
80
this.
on this.
Yo, that's that Brooklyn. I ain't Brooklyn motherfuckers. No
That
one.
only Jay-Z shit.
Yeah, real shit though. All right, so let me go back over here and ask you one of these 100 questions that I got over here. So as far as the lenders of your properties, how do you find them? Like,
A lot of times, what we do is we're really savvy.
because like you said, you always use other people's money, and I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned even trying to get into I got into the real estate game, not as big as everyone else, but I'm trying to maneuver, you feel me? And that's one of those things, like with lenders, like how do you?
I'm gonna say something about that first, and then I'm gonna answer your question. You 26.
Yeah.
I told you, where you at 26, you are on par or ahead of where I was at when I was 26. Yo, don't take credit from your shit. You don't have a little podcast. You're not doing a little real estate deal. You don't have a little business. Nigga, you in
it's true,
business.
that's facts, yeah.
It's not little,
Yeah.
because there's a 50-year-old that ain't close to what you're doing. How you see yourself, how you present yourself, how you put the energy out, that's the shit that you feel. You can't tell me nothing. And I don't feel like I'm arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
To an asshole, maybe I'm arrogant, but to a nigga that's really getting it,
He like,
they
yo, he's doing
respect
his
that
thing, yeah.
energy. They like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm saying y'all now tuned into the best fucking upcoming podcast in the world. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Big
Ari.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you
I
talking
was
about?
gonna curse after 3, but it's just big for now until. So to answer your question, I use my resources and I pay attention. A lot of people leave stuff on the table. So what happens is when I buy stuff from people or I sell stuff to people, I look at who they use. I look at the HUD. I talk to the realtors. I listen.
Yo,
And then I just be like,
that's game. Nah,
I got
that's
a
facts.
crazy list of people like
Yo, and that's what you just gotta talk.
that. Talk, listen,
Gotta
pay
talk.
attention.
Listen, talk. That's it.
If this dude's financing my deal, there's a bank on there, and the check comes, and you see who got paid.
You go directly to it. To the
Cool,
bank.
it's Google.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yo,
What's your
game.
terms? What's your terms?
No
How you
bullshit.
do this? You do that? Now you don't do. And then I also work with brokers too. I work with insurance brokers, loan brokers, and I'm like, yo, I got this deal. And their job is they go through 100 banks and they say, yo, these 3 banks are gonna lend on this type of deal.
Damn, brokers do that?
This is what. Hold on. This is why you gotta pay me. Do your thing. This is why you gotta pay me. Cause for the little fee that I charge, I'm gonna get you a deal that's gonna make you $1 million. Now I gotta get something off that.
Yeah.
Cause if I leave it up to you, I win.
It's only right.
So that's why I charge for some stuff, and I only charge when you're making money. Outside of the initial sign up, the only time I charge you is when you make money. And everybody makes money.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's probably one of the best ways so that you can get your feet wet, you can learn, and you can get some money.
Yeah. And it's basically risk free because you're using my experience. If I get in a deal with you, I'm not gonna lose money.
Facts.
So I'm not gonna let you lose money on it. That don't
make sense. Why would I lose money?
Yeah, and why would I tell you to sign up so you could lose money? That would kill my whole business
Yeah.
strategy. Like,
Facts.
I only pick good deals. Only pick winners.
It's facts. Fire.
So you say you done with your clients though, right?
I have 30 some odd sweaters left. I didn't count. When I was out here, I got another client. When I'm done with those sweaters, it's 3 of y'all. Let's say the 3 of y'all decide to sign up. And my man Corey, you got 4. Let's just say he does the LLC or whatever, 4 people. There's 34 sweaters left. Why? Because I don't want to have to. Sometimes I get a client like that'll sign up and they'll be like, I don't know.
Scary.
Then don't give me your money. Like, if I have to show you that, or I don't mind coaching.
Yeah.
But if I gotta convince you, then why'd you give me your money in the first place?
Yeah.
Because sometimes in a deal, today, like yesterday's price ain't today's. Interest rates change.
Yeah.
So if you signed up with me 4 months ago and I tell you your mortgage is gonna be this because the rate's gonna be 5-6%, and now they're 8-9%, and you're like, yo, you lied to me. If you can't,
make the sense.
I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
And I don't need to have the open public stuff to where then I got to go through all that. Most of my clients want to stay with me. We have enough money like that. So yeah, there's certain people that's gonna get an opportunity to get in. I feel like it's fair. I already paid for the sweaters. By the time those are done, I'm closing my doors. We're already good.
Yeah.
I promise you. I can't spend the money that my clients have fast enough. And it's not like I have like $1 million sitting in the bank. If you give me $100K, it's because I'm like, yo, I got a deal right here.
Crazy deal.
This is what we're gonna do, and then you're gonna get back 120. I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get, but if you get it, this is what you're gonna get. You want to do
jump
the
in
deal,
this year, you're gonna make some bread.
and then we do the deal.
Right.
I don't leave money in my account because money in the bank is lazy money.
Yeah.
I got lazy money. I got busy money. This is busy money. It's a knot. Your money's moving. Lazy money is the other picture sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Your money's in the bank. It's under the bed.
Not making no money. It's not
It's
working.
lazy. It gotta
Yeah.
work. All my money's busy money. 99% of my money's in the street.
And that's those assets, baby. That's those assets.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap up. All
Damn, you sure?
yeah, we dying right here. Our camera's about to die.
Yo, we want to let y'all know that this is the 101st episode of the podcast, man. We just came back and this episode, I mean, if you watched it, you already know. Listen,
They probably
gems after
speechless
gems
like
after
me, bro. I
gems.
swear to God,
Yo,
bro, I learned
listen.
so much
Nah,
today.
no.
Yeah, we appreciate you,
Yo,
bro.
brother, we appreciate
Hey, man,
you.
hey, shout out to listenership, viewership, all streaming platforms.
Oh.
Thank you for tuning in. It's about to check.
Yo, shout out to everybody tuning in. Yo, give us your IG and everything.
Oh yeah, we're
So
gonna definitely pull all that in the description.
Yeah, everything is HahomesUs. Website, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Busy Money Cast. It's coming
We
out
in there.
September 28th. Yeah, it'll be in the links. It'll be in the links.
Say that. Peace.